Gentlemen, just bringing you a quick live and direct sound check before we really get this thing started. I do have a decent little playlist for you today. It's not terribly long. I haven't invested, half my life into making this thing. But if you do enjoy what you see and hear so far, please do throw it down as 5 by 5. Christopher Guzman in the house. What up, member? What up, member? Welcome to the Conundrum. Hopefully, if you gentlemen hear music at this point and you see that my vocals are able to go over it with the sidechain feature with pretty good clarity, let me know. 5 by 5. Garrett Gallant, huge shout out, member, huge shout out. Welcome to the Conundrum. You can tell that people are members because they've got those great little badges to the right of their highlighted avatar name. I'm really trying to bring you guys the best show possible, but I'm definitely wanting to give credit where it's due based on the fact that there's been such an outpouring of support lately. One more quick sound check question. Is it better if I pull the denoise as I have done at this point? This is no denoise. This here is with the denoise on. I would prefer to have the version with less distortion for you guys, right? So denoise is on, denoise is off. Hopefully we'll be able to navigate things smoothly. If I do start peaking on my levels for any reason, if my voice cracks out, if my music is overpowering, please don't hesitate to throw it down and make this stream better by giving your feedback. Yeah, buddy, Zach, we're going to be doing Sabots today. I actually have a different batch of Sabots that we've gone ahead and taken 12 hours of our life to go ahead and print out. Hopefully we'll have a better result today. Do you want to go ahead and talk about ooh, can I say it? I can't even say the V word without the stream starting yet. They might flag me. See you soon. Leave a like if you guys remember this old school jam. right in the beginning of the stream, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a quick bonus. Anybody who likes this stream, shares this stream, and comments shared in the chat will get an entry into the giveaway. I have the analytics on all this, and don't tell me don't push down shared if you don't have it, because I'll definitely call you out and give you the screenshot of what you have and have not done. But if you basically do very free monetary free donations of liking, sharing, and throw down shared in the chat, you're going to go ahead and get yourself entered in the giveaway. It is for a Blitz Razorback rail kit in carbon. You do want this. See my first two entries come through right now. I got Garrett Gallant, member, Christopher Guzman, member. I see you, boys. Sonny Helms, I just sent him a text message. That's my boy, my absolutely cool, awesome friend, Sam Houston, the machinist, the man, the myth, the legend, and he has hand lathe turned the bolt handles I have. I'll talk to him. He's probably not going to do the same thing I do with the Sabots. You're not getting one for free, but you can talk to him. Up. Hopefully we are direct and live 5x5 in that crispy Technicolor video and absolutely incredibly crisp audio brought to you by viewers like you. If you guys are a fan of the channel and subscribe, which you should be at this point, Airguns of Idaho, welcome to the Conundrum. I can see your avatar all the way from the OBS studio, far away from my face. All right, it's kind of a feat for me. I wear very thick glasses. Airguns of Idaho, welcome. Zach, welcome. Jorge or George, however you pronounce your specific name, welcome to the Conundrum. Hell yeah, fire in the building. My guy Angelo, what up? Got multiple members here. You know why? It's because our members group is expanding. Is the volume level loud enough for you boys? Do you hear me coming in clear enough? And is there distortion or do we sound nice at this point? I'd really like to pull out some of that low-end distortion, and I've kind of made some adjustments. So if you like what you're seeing, you like what you're hearing, make sure you like the stream and throw down 5x5 so I know we're direct and live. We've got a great show to get into today. We do have a little bit of background music, but my playlist is only 11 songs long, so deal with it if you hear some repeats, and if we hear them too often, we'll just can the music altogether. Giving you a quick preview of what we're going to be getting into. Is my GoPro trying to speak to me? What is happening here? No, I'll give you a quick preview of what we'll be getting into. As promised, gentlemen, we're going to be getting into a cup of coffee together. Cheers, and thank you to all of the 4.2 million people joining us around the world. No, it's really not that many. It's really not that many, but you know what? It's a cool crowd. These coffee videos appeal to me a lot because I know there's a lot of coffee drinkers out there. I definitely do enjoy a cup of coffee for multiple reasons, right? Not only do you get the added pep in your step of ingesting something that's pretty much infused with caffeine from the get-go, from the bean, from the vine, the way God made it, but you also have that comfort of the warm drink, right? There's something comforting about just holding a cup of coffee, like stewing on it. I've always enjoyed that fact. So coffee as a thing appeals to me, and I'm not the only one for sure who enjoys that fact. If you guys were here earlier and we did hear the sound check, this is our rail kit that we are currently doing the giveaway for and gathering entries for. If my vocals are loud enough, please do throw it down. Yeah, I asked him on a video, but he has not responded. Does he have an email? I bought one from Bison, but Sam's are... He took the plunge with Bison. Interesting. You know what? Sam is on another level. Sam is on another level, and I'm not talking shit about Bison. There's absolutely nothing I'm taking away from Bison Workshop at this point. I'm just giving credit where credit is due because Sam works on another level. The stuff that I have gotten from Sam is bar none some of the best machine work I have ever been able to physically lay my hands on as far as aluminum bowl handles are concerned. Let's talk about it. Let's look at it. Do I have my thumper with me? I think I got my thumper. Let's check it out. Sonny Helms, I do see you, my guy. I do see you, my guy. You are entered. Absolutely free entry, $0 invested. Absolutely huge possibility on the big end of things. Thank you very much. Mr. Bill 73, I trust your opinion greatly. Thank you very much for the audio feedback. This is the bolt handle my boy is talking about. This thing is sick. Let's bring it right close to the camera. I got one of those cameras that loves that. Oh. All I can say is Fuego Alert. When a guy starts out with bar stock and turns out absolute artwork, and then coupled with my own powder coating skill and prowess, ends up with a product that's that functional, that beautiful, and that electric looking, it's just simply a good thing for all involved. If you were not present to the last stream and you missed out on that, this is what I'm not even familiar with saying it yet. My HP Max, my AEA HP Max 457 currently looks like. I did steal the muzzle brake off the S45, as well as the, anything else? No, I didn't steal anything else from it. Except inspiration for the rail kit. If you guys like this, throw it down. All right. Coffee is the elixir of life. I do agree with you, my guy. Do you like the UTG? Oh, my God. Let's talk about this. Dude, man. Thank you for bringing up a good topic of discussion. Nathan, this UTG bipod is by far the most robust thing I have ever had on a bottom rail. This will pinch you blood blister style instantly, immediately, if not sooner. This bipod specifically is over a decade old and has absolutely nothing wrong with it. You could put an M60 machine gun on top of this, would not flex. And the one thing I really love about it more than anything else, this is the best feature on the whole thing. Check it out. There's a retention on this thumb screw. It's captive in place. I cannot screw this off the end of this, and that matters huge when you're dealing with something on the bottom of your gun that's prone to falling in the dirt. That one captive knob makes this thing worth the $36 price point over and over and over and over. Also, a magnet sticks to each and every single part of this bipod that's not rubber. That means it's steel, not aluminum. This is heavy duty to me. This is good to me. All right. We're getting into the meat and potatoes of the stream here. We got some people trickling in. We got some things happening. Check this out. Real little now. Real cool. Kind of covert, but this is done in gold for a few different reasons. There's currently no charge in this, so putting my finger over the barrel poses no risk to myself whatsoever. This is a completely inert air gun. What is the point of all this? This stubby guy is much smaller in footprint than the standard issue. Just in general. I started out by trying to make like a full-size adaptation for the Defender 2 pistol here. You can see it's got a pick rail on top, pick rail on bottom, cutouts on the side. Garbage. Don't let tactical outweigh practical. This is basically the same thing done in black without the cutouts. Why do you think I threw these away? I pulled these out of my garbage to show you these guys on stream today. Why do you think I threw this away? Tactical, not practical. That big long pick rail sure looks cool in YouTube pictures. That bottom pick rail sure looks cool when it comes down to a thumbnail for a YouTube video. But try pulling this out of a concealed holster. No way, dog. You will get this pick rail hung up every single time the way that I did, and in a moment where you need it to save your life, you will be shot to death. Point blank. Period. There's no two ways around that. Never let the tactical outweigh the practical when it comes to a personal defense weapon. That is why you can see this version has no pick rails whatsoever. And if you're familiar with 3D printing, that's sliding in and out of my holster good. I sank the top pick in a little bit deeper, so it's just that much lower of a profile for just like a HoloSun style pistol sight. And it's just so much better of a design than the initial like Cyberpunk 2077 version over here. And I'm like, you know what? Sometimes less is more. Getting this in and out of the fight, both when you need it in action and also stowing it safely, is significantly more important than looking cool. I can't stress this enough. I printed this in gold not because I intend to keep it gold, but because this is a good prototype material. It's PLA plus that I have a lot of, so I can go ahead and use this and not waste my matte black, which I have like one fucking roll of, and make a lot more stuff than I would normally, right? Here's what we're coming down to. Compact version is almost done. When I have these firing pins hit the back of these cylinders with this front end, they are hitting low and to the left just slightly on the burst disc. I know this because sometimes it fails to actuate them, right? It hits the side of the cartridge and then the actual burst disc itself, leaving an impression with a failure instead of an actual discharge. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and put a burst disc in with no charge. Hold on, what happens here? What's happened here? Mega channel 1 to subscribe to the channel here. Let's go ahead and switch over so you guys can see stuff too. Transition. All right. Don't the original guns come with a... No, they don't, dog. The original guns come with what looks like a laser. And then you open it up to change the batteries one day and you realize that there's been some child labor standards that have been infringed upon to get the thing created. I would never, ever, ever in 10 million years ever fucking trust my life to that chintzy piece of shit. It is just that garbage. Also, when I went ahead and tested it before I laid judgment on it, it was significantly off the point of aim, like not even able to hit the gong at 10 yards. Kind of off the aim, with zero ability to adjust it. They should have given us some type of caveat to if we want to put a laser underneath it on a rail, like some type of built-in rail like a Glock does, instead of the way that it was done. It was an absolute waste of funding, waste of development, waste of battery. Children burned their fingers putting these together. That's all I'm gonna say. What up, bros? Richard Sanders. What up? What up? What up? Welcome to the Conundrum. Cheers. Coffee. Why is my head almost out of my frame? This is not good. Adjust. Be a pro YouTuber here. Can you adjust? Are you able to adjust? Do you know how? Do you have the technology? That seems better. Transition. Is that it? You there? Hey, all right. This is a little better. It's a little better. All right, we'll bring this one up. Something has happened to where my camera has gone down slightly. This is crazy. Hopefully that rectifies our situation, and if it doesn't, well, we're just going to go ahead and send it anyways. Get back to our chat and pick up where we left off here. The laser that's on there, not good. Let's go ahead and continue to talk about this. These strike the cylinders low to the left. So I need to adjust this drawing to where these bores are slightly more in line with these firing pins, and that's going to really make a big difference. Secondly, You'll notice there's no spring assist things here. Those spring assist things are pretty worthless on the original gun. Honestly, I have never once had to use these ever to remove a cartridge from the pistol, and also they do not apply tension to it when it's closed. Hear that? If something's wiggly like that, it's not applying tension. That's just the way things work. So, what are we doing to fix that? On this one, I have, oh, good lord. On this, I have made the hinge closer to the actual receiver frame itself. That drives this bottom cylinder all the way up against it, like airtight seal firing pin from that firing pin area to the back of the cartridge. Sonny Helms, Sam, email or a way to contact him. You know what, brother? I just out of respect for Sam, there's no way, even though you did do a great ovation of donation, I can't just give somebody's contact information away without speaking with him first, but I can speak with him and see if that would be cool. Email me at macabespeedsgarage@gmail.com and I'll see what I can do to make this happen. Also, if you have Facebook, I'm available on Facebook Messenger. See what I can do there. But there's no way. I mean, that would be like if somebody, paid somebody $5 and then was able to get contact information about me personally that I didn't have put out there. Just out of respect and no disrespect intended to you, I hope you understand where I'm coming from, brother. Hell yeah, let's see. Moving right along. And once again, you know what? Even though I wasn't able to fulfill what the super chat asked, that doesn't make it any less valuable to me of an action. I really, really, really appreciate it when you guys do take the time, like what you're seeing enough, and then throw down that ovation of donation. It's the thing that keeps us going here on this channel. I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much, Sonny. The thing that we want to go ahead and do here is continue this talk. This bottom cylinder being airtight against that firing pin has given me incredible velocities over the original design. It just has. The bottom cylinder is getting significantly more velocity at this point than the top cylinder, and that is once again because of the flushness on the firing pin. The next design that we draw is going to be a small lip right here, about 0.5, 0.7 millimeters, something like that. And that's going to go ahead and add compression to the top bore. Hopefully what that'll do is that'll put both of our bores in the position of having an airtight seal to the firing pins, losing no parasitic loss of air charge out the back side of it, and sending all the propulsion forward out the business end. That is my goal. That's my goal, right? There was a point where I kept having these things blow up in my hand. They would consistently break right here at this hinge point every single time I would pull the trigger. Now that I've started printing them at a 45-degree angle and changed the grain orientation on the print itself, it's gained a lot of strength, and I've now been able to go ahead and pull the trigger without it blowing up. But now we're really looking for reliability and power. If you guys are a fan of the channel and subscribed, you guys would know that I am going for 80 foot-pounds of energy with a Defender 2. I have already generated in 457 Sabots ammunition 71 foot-pounds verified on film that this has actually happened. 71 foot-pounds. If you can make 71 foot-pounds on a day you're not even trying, you can definitely do better than 71 foot-pounds on a day that you can't play. So my thought is there's going to be an optimum front barrel attachment that really positions those in the correct way, and there is going to be a found ammunition that is optimal above all others as well. And I believe it's going to be Sabots in 457, no doubt. I think that the Flanagan's penetrators, don't quote me, but from what I'm seeing, man, the Flanagan's penetrators available on eBay, I have no dog in the fight here, just work good. They dig so deep. Those tiny little 82 grain Flanagan's penetrators just dig. And I think it's because of the fact that his 356 is like 355.8. And it's just skinny, but it catches the rifling so it doesn't fall out. That lack of friction really generates some depth into that ammunition in the gel block. Hey, Mac, what did I miss? Tom Megenhoff, welcome to the Conundrum. You didn't miss too terribly much. We're just now getting into it. I have a stumpy little Defender 2 with a awesome little printed piece here. We have slimmed it down and made it efficient, and we have made it work somewhat like factory with the end in sight. We have finished off most of our coffee, and we do have a bag of Sabots here for the 457 S45. Now, I went on Webster's dictionary, and the actual pronunciation is not Sabot. It is Sabot, straight up. So I had it right. I did have it right. Merlot, Pinot, Sabot. Okay, it's not Merlot, Pinot, and Sabot. It's a Sabot. It's Pinot. It's definitely Pinot and Sabot at the end of the day. Let's go ahead and take a look at these. What we have here, guys, is we have a glow-in-the-dark filament, and I'll be perfectly frank with you guys. I don't know everything in the world about 3D printing, but I do know that I altered the drawing in absolutely no way over the previous Sabots that we tried to assemble on film, and this batch just fits. It is a different filament, and I think that potentially there's a warpage factor. Like, some filaments are going to have a higher warpage factor and have a lower nominal fit than other filaments, but I definitely do think that this is a better fit nominally for what we're trying to do. So I've already fired this specific print out of my S45, and I know that it works on that end as far as the outside diameter. It's just been the inside diameter that we've really been chasing down, really trying to dial in and get after. Let's go ahead and check them out up close. Lit. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick old school coffee slam here. Cheers. And before I get into the Sabot, I'm going to go ahead and make one big screen appearance here. Somebody said something to me the other day. I do need to raise my camera still. I don't know why this keeps happening to me. Why is this happening like this? Somebody said something to me the other day, and I was low-key triggered. I'm not going to call out the person by name, because I'm not into, like... One second. I'm not into publicly making fun of people. I'm not into punching down. I'm not into, like, saying negative stuff about people, anything like that, right? So I'm not going to give you a person's name, but... Somebody went on my Defender video, a video about a Defender, or video regarding a Defender, and their comment was... You really want to hurt somebody, don't you? And I just took a minute. I just took that in. I stopped. I thought about it. I didn't even respond at first. I don't know that I've actually publicly responded to that comment at this point, but I did a lot of thinking about it. And I don't. I am not a person who seeks great violence. But I am definitely a warrior in the garden. It is better to be a warrior in the garden than a gardener in war. Because at least the warrior can still garden and do battle. But the gardener is out of place on the field, right? I do not have any desire to be a violent person. I do not have any desire to hurt anyone or cause anyone any physical harm. But I think that a virtuous man should be capable of great violence while at the same time controlling that impulse within him. That is virtuous. There is nothing virtuous about being weak. If you say you're nonviolent because you are incapable of violence, there's no virtue in that. But the man who is capable of great violence while at the same time harnessing that, that's what it's all about. So I definitely would say that no, I do not want to hurt anyone. But I will vehemently defend my life and the lives of those I love against the common criminality that has a revolving door in the criminal justice system in many states in America today. The fact that soft, lenient judges are absolutely putting people who have already, to the letter of the law, deserved 3 strikes or better back out in the community, that's why I pack my shit. The reason that I make sure that I'm safe every single place I go. The reason why I make sure that I am, once again, capable of that violence that we harness and control. I don't think enough people out there take it seriously enough. When someone's kicking your door in and breaking into your house at 2:36 in the morning, it's too fucking late. You're not going to get ready at 2:37. You're going to be a victim. A statistic on somebody's wall at 2:37 in the morning. Get ready now. And if you are ready, you might come out victorious. That's all I'm going to say on this. That's all I'm going to say on this. 100%. That's all I'm going to say on this. But I definitely did want to address it because we've been doing a lot of Defender 2 content. And also, I got that Catalyst comment. So, all right, here we go. Transition into a different topic. If you thought that was a bullshit segment, leave the stream. Let's see what we've got here. All filaments materials have a different shrink rate when they cool. It's something definitely has to be taken into account during the design phase. I am just learning this, Kyle. I am just learning this 100%. I imagine the sabot has to be snug in the barrel to get good accuracy. I'm not sure. I've seen round ball do great in the Dragon Claw, and I don't know how tight that is in the barrel. So it's like, I think there's a balance that has to be achieved. Also, the Defender 2, some really loose ammo works really good. So I think it comes down to barrel. I had someone get hurt offended when I mentioned hunting to someone in a super chat. No, meat doesn't come from a store. It comes from a game that was harvested. What's going on, Mac? Long time no see. I've been looking forward to for a new place to live. Hope you are well. Hope you are back to work. I wish I was back to work every single day. I would give a lot of things to be able to say that I'm back to work, but unfortunately I'm not. I hope you have the absolute best and smoothest transition, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, Mike. I absolutely mean this from the bottom of my heart. Please, hopefully, have a good transition on moving. Moving, taxes, and the death of a loved one are some of the most stressful times a person can have, so I do not envy you at all. I want to buy a 3-foot-long blade katana. I have one of those. They're cool. Yes, I have nice air guns and many powder bursts. Hope I never have to shoot somebody, but I will to defend the innocent. Exactly. Katanas don't have that long a blade. You're thinking, I'm not even going to attempt that. Big weapon with a blade on it. All right. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and leave it up to you guys. You guys have a direct chance to impact this stream right now. I have an air gun-related bucket kind of tray that's right here, and it's been a catch-all for approximately 6 months. We could either A, go through the catch-all, which may have some incredibly rare stuff in it, or B, we could go ahead and assemble some sabots. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys throw this down in the chat, and whatever we get as far as response is concerned is the direction the chat will take. Definitely don't forget about your opportunity to get entered in the drawing for the Hats on Blitz rail kit here. All you have to do is like this, good God, like this stream, share this stream, and comment shared in the chat. I do have the analytics, so I'll know if you're cheating or not, but please throw down shared if you make it. Bucket, catch-all. People want the catch-all. People want the catch-all! Oh, my goodness. What a turn of events. I had no idea people would be into that. And by people, I mean real members of the community. Tom Megenhofen made this soundboard that you guys are so well enjoying at this point halfway possible last time we streamed. So absolutely going to listen to that. Also, G-Man's been on this channel for like 54 years. It's not been that long, but he's been here since the inception. So it's like, you know what? I understand. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's get into the bucket. I think you guys might like this. And if you don't, throw it down. Just for Tom Megenhofen. Did you get my email? I did. I'm just shitty at getting back on correspondence. I will be the first person to admit it. It's been a long list of emails that I've been wading through, but I will absolutely get back to you today. The sun will not set before I respond to you. I guarantee you. Shared. You're in there, my guy. You're in there. Since before the Navy had ships. Wow. Zach, I would like to have a look at the katana. Is it Odachi, technically from Katana is still cold, still nice. I have a big katana. If you would like me guys to bring it back to the stream, I will happily do that for you. Let's go ahead and talk about this. I think this is an underrated thing for content creators out there. The ears and the mic are great, but I got to tell you, they are just unwieldy when it comes down to it. We're going to keep the pace quick on this to get through all of it. A small set of corded headphones that you use in addition to your regular headset that you would stream on, invaluable when it comes to video editing. Jeff Bezos is in the shitter as far as I'm concerned right now, because these clamps, I bought the Amazon basic clamps. What do you see missing there? One of my flex jaws. Just snapped off right there at that hinge point, at that pivot point, and not in a clip-on way, but in a shattering of the plastic way. You should not engineer the pointy end of the spear to be less stout than the spear, the handle end of it, right? So this clip, this torsion spring in here will kill the Amazon Basics clips 100% of the time. This guy right here, kind of an interesting thing. Wait, George, which one's more reliable, Defender 2 or the original Defender? My Defender 2 is excellent. Left-handed trigger, you're in there. You're in there. This guy right here, if you guys are familiar with this, then you're on the new wave of technology. This is considered to be the new way to charge your lasers, flashlights, and hollow sights. This is that magnetic 2-pole charging, and it is by Votatsu. I don't like this. I'm cool with new technology, but I need new technology to be efficient. And if I only have one of those and each one of those cords replacement-wise is like 15 to 20 bucks, I'm definitely going to lose that at some point in its life and be left in a position where I can't charge my optic. Sucks. That to me sucks. I would like to see USB-C because everything in the world is going to USB-C at this point. This is the tension strap that would typically be around my Terminator. You guys know why? It's to get the magazine in it without keeping the magazine in it. All of the gaskets required to go ahead and repair anything you have wrong with a Tuxing twin-cylinder pump. The Tuxing twin-cylinder pumps are really awesome, man. I can't say enough good things about my Tuxing twin-cylinder. It is fast, it is quiet, the temperatures stay cool, and the fact that it's got good ability to add a water separator straight to the frame from the factory, I do like it. We have a Deanna Chaser rear sight adjustable still in the bag. That's kind of a rare piece. 2 fill probe covers, AEA. These are everywhere. Plug butts for USB cords. Somebody out there need an HP Max bolt handle. That front clip piece. Oh, it's on the floor now for the Defender 2. Backup wheel for the magazine of an S45. This is a good catch-all, bro. This is a good catch-all. Bracket I wanted to put on my desk here. Hollow Sun riser. That's kind of rare. If you don't have one, you ain't got one. Cool for gamers and streamers. S45 mag springs? What? I didn't even know these guys were in here. I've been looking for these. How many are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that's a thread. Pretty good. 5 S45 mag springs. That's fire. Vacuum attachments. 22 caliber Hats on Invader magazine. Catch-all's loaded, man. Small little tassel for the blacklight I recently bought. Tool to open up iPhones. Hats on Blitz fill probe. Missing the Air Venturi rear thread adapter. Lightning cable to headphone jack. That's a good stream tool. Oh, good lord. That's a good stream tool. Now, this is something that's kind of interesting. Tell me if you guys think this is interesting, and I will give this away in an upcoming stream. This is from Larson Ladders. It is 24 karat gold tie clip. I don't own any ties. Well, I have one tie, but I don't wear it much. This is the Larson Ladders 24 karat gold tie clip. It is 100% legit. It's original. It is very rare. If you didn't work at the company, you didn't get one. So this is kind of cool. If you guys do want something like this, let me know and I'll go ahead and give it away. this one's even more rare, bro. Oh my God. This one is an official Wells Fargo Teller tie clip with the engraved Wells Fargo logo on the carriage. This is also something I'm willing to totally give away if you guys are into it. If you guys want it, if you're into it, let me know. Southern Pacific Diamond and Emerald 30-year service bracelet. This also one of those things. You got to invest 3 decades to get one, or go on eBay or an estate sale. These items are actually sourced from an estate sale, and I never threw them on eBay, right? There's a gang of stuff that I've gotten over the years that should have gone on eBay up to and including the 30-year service bracelet. It just never made it. Good morning, AKJ. Oh, S45 spring. S45 spring? Top of a GoPro. GoPro pin. Bracket from my fireplace cover thing. A little grate that goes in front of your fireplace. Torx. Ah, high pressure plug to go on the end of a tank. What do we got here? Oh, here it is, lit. Super cool. I was just talking about these guys. These are excellent. Flanagan's penetrators. Flanagan's penetrators in .356 caliber off of eBay have proved to be absolutely greased lightning out of the full-length barrels for the Defender 2 9mm. I am very, very, very pleased with the performance of the Flanagan's penetrators. I can't say enough good stuff. You know what? I think we're gonna look at it. Let's look at it together. Oh, that one's got something in it. Super great. That's safe. But the cartridge is not active, so it's actually is safe. Okay, we have an empty bore. I want you guys to look at this and see this. That's in there. That's way in there. And effortless. So in my mind, the Flanagan's penetrator has almost no friction coefficient. You coat those things with pine sol, something like that, pledge, something like that, dude. Whew, butt naked speed. Very, very, very good stuff from Flanagan's. Lead flour. S45. 200 grain hater maker. You can see exactly where the firing pin struck the dog shit out of it. Firing pin or bolt? There is no firing pin on an air gun. The bolt struck the back of this slug. Please excuse my mistake. Big J916 in the house. Good morning, Max. Sacramento in the house. Absolutely. Now, how are the levees holding up out there? I know that Sacramento is the city of trees, as it were, but it is also the city that is currently on the Delta, which has been rising significantly over the last 4 to 6 weeks. How are you doing, my guy? Are you in a position where it could possibly flood? Because I know my house, fucking soggy. That's all I could say. Welcome to the conundrum, brother. Zach, I want the Defender that can fire both the mini spear and the .357 caliber pellet. The mini spear has barbs on it, so it can't be pulled out. Useful if you have to go hands-on. Air bolts are okay, but nothing is going to beat penetration to something vital. I know for a fact that Flanagan's penetrator in the full-length barrel for the 9mm Defender 2 357 Defender 2, that shit will easily do 12 inches of penetration in an old, cold, denser-than-normal gel block at like 35 degrees in my garage. So nobody's really 12 inches thick unless you're like a chunky dude. Seriously, like front of your body cavity to the back of your body cavity, you're going to hit something within that 12 inches that you're going to have as far as effective depth. Based on the fact that it's larger than a 30 caliber projectile, it's leaving a good hole. 9mm has been killing dudes for a long time, and I think that it's still a lethal caliber in this case. The air bolts are cool. The air bolts make for good videos. But if I had to save my life, or the life of my child, or the life of my wife, I would be going to lead slugs. Every single time. All good here. Thanks for the warm welcome. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. No problem. We are all welcome here, and I'm not special. Happy to have you in the Airgun Underground. These digital pubs are only special because you guys show up. If I was the only one here talking in an empty room with nice super red OnlyFans lights here, it wouldn't be as much fun as it is, when all of us hang out like this together. I really do enjoy it, and I can't thank you guys for being here enough. Got the hook off my mailbox, continuing to get through this tote here. 2 different taps that I use quite frequently. 1/4 by 20, an M6. Allen wrench. Now we're starting to get down into the dumb stuff. Got a bunch of like random Phillips head screw. Oh, that's kind of cool. This Extreme Airguns ammunition. Sent me some stuff recently, and I haven't been able to film because California is underwater currently. It's also part of the reason why we've gone back to the streams. The streams are going to have to suffice as far as long format content is concerned, at least in the short term, based on the fact that I've had so few days to physically get out and film. The California weather is not a joke. The California weather is not a joke. It's like the worst it's ever rained in the history of my life since I can remember weather happening, right? This is the worst I've ever seen. It has never rained for so many consecutive days. It's ruined a bunch of weekends. It's ruined a bunch of times when I'm supposed to go to the range, and it makes for altogether shitty filming conditions. I do have a long format video coming up on the shotgun shells and chain shot for the AEA Zeus, but that video is being vetted by YouTube, and they're taking their sweet time. As soon as that video is vetted by YouTube, it will be released to you guys, and we will be on target, hopefully with some filming this week on some good long format stuff. But I really appreciate those of you who have been really understanding as far as the weather is concerned. It's outside my control completely. Additionally, I drive like 5 hours round trip to get where I'm going for the range trips, and it's not like I go into my backyard. I'm actively working on trying to get out of my house and get into a property and get out of the urban sprawl that I live in, because honestly I don't like it here, and secondly I want more open land than people around me, so actively trying to do that. But right now I don't have that luxury, and so for the people who've given me some grace and some understanding, I can't tell you how much it means to me. It really is cool, because like as a content creator, it eats at you. It does, right? You're like, damn. You look around, you see people outpacing you who have sunny weather. You see people like dropping uploads. You're like, fuck, I want to upload, man. I want to be with my community. I want to get some good feedback. I want to put out a cool video, and you just have no footage. And you start thinking, how am I going to film? It's like, I'm not filming in my garage. I'm going to go 3 years backwards into the past and absolutely just trash the channel and make a bunch of garbage content. No, we're not doing that. So once again, thank you very much for the people who understand. Let's go ahead and get into some Sabots. I'm going to wind this one down. I do want to show you guys that this can work. I did want to get through my coffee before I did so also, right? I wanted to go ahead and get through my coffee so that I didn't go ahead and ingest a bunch of lead, do things in the right order of operations so that they make sense. I need to warm up so I can go out and fire my CAP recluse. I haven't gotten a chrono yet. I have a bunch of 82.5 hollow points. That's cool. But naked speed, that's how fast. Get 2X latex gloves, and they're still little, man. People are like, oh, yeah, you got some big hands. That must be a real advantage. I'm like, dude, try finding gloves. Try finding rings. It just sucks. Size 14 ring fingers makes for problems with gloves. Let's go ahead and make up some Sabots. Let's go ahead and point this down so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Shout out Mark Bostic. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give you a big frame. And even though it's going to kind of cut people's avatars off a little bit, I am going to go ahead and move the chat. Transition. Transition, I tell you. Hey, all right, cool. Here we go. Here we go. Got Flanagan's. Now, why are we so hell-bent on making Sabots? Because we're making a deathmatch here happen. That's basically what this is coming down to. I reached out to a bunch of ammo suppliers and told them, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and make some sabots for the S45. Go ahead and put your money where your mouth is. Send some stuff in. I'll print the sabots. We'll go ahead and we'll make this as scientific of a process as we possibly can, and we'll all learn something together that we didn't know before. Get a place to put these things. What is this? All right. Empty bag. Empty bag ready to go. Let's see if we fit. Random sabot grabbed. Random Flanagan's grabbed here. Is it going to fit? Is it going to fit? I put it in there crooked, but it totally fit in there. Dang. I'm a real pro with this. You can see I've got it cattywampus AF and completely swedged in there wrong, but let's see what happens if I can just push it a little bit. Not happy with this. Let's try again. Here we go. Why am I doing all of them crooked? No, don't go into the crooked. So the last ones were too big. And these ones are too small. But are they too small? I gotta know. I have to know because I feel like these were working previously. Here we go. See, this one worked. What's the difference? This one worked. And this one that has the banding on it did not. This one with no banding totally worked. Let's go ahead and try again. This one's also banded, and this was the one that didn't fit. Okay. Next. Banded. Doesn't fit. Now, if you're wondering why some have bands on them and some don't, it's because as things get printed, there is not a perfect level across the entirety of the build plate. So what ends up happening is I'd say 30% of them or so, probably 30%, end up with this weird banding on it and make it really, really, really difficult for me to fit these sabots in. And then the other ones that I have come out end up fitting really, really, really nominally. All this really points to is the fact that I've got to take the time necessary to go ahead and try and just dial in that leveling. Because it's like this one. Every single one is not banded. That's a good click. They click in really, really, really good. Let's see if we can find another one and get that same consistent click. Not banded. Dude, that's the key. Banded, probably bad. Not perfectly banded here. This one's good. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so this is potentially a machine issue. I have never claimed to be an engineer, but I'm a pretty smart cookie. And I think that this is a good thing for all people involved here. Because I think that everybody is learning some valuable stuff, and we are all able to go ahead and see what works and what doesn't at my expense. That's not a problem to me. I've been wrong a lot of times in my life, right? So getting it right is actually more of a rarity than getting it wrong. Also, I think that making all of this information open source like this helps people make their own decisions for what they would like to do on their end of it when they come to their own ammunition selections. It's so sad, though, because I feel like if I was dialed in, I wouldn't be throwing away stuff with bands on it. Because it's like, that's dead giveaway. This one's got the rings on it. It's not going to fit. Or if it does fit, it's going to be something I'm going to have to press in, and I don't want to destroy the slug for any reason or deform the slug for any reason, because this is ultimately trying to be a death match in which we go ahead and create something and put these manufacturers against each other. I want it to be a fair test. I don't care how much filament I waste printing these things until they're perfect. This will be a perfect test. For those of you just joining us, this is the comparison of a good one versus a non-good one. This one over here has the bands. This one don't. The one with no banding. Gonna click. That's it. All right. Really do like coming back to these streams, honestly. Ooh. Take the lid off before you touch your mouse. Take the lid off before you touch your mouse. Here we go. Here we go. For every single person who's gone ahead and stuck around with me throughout this entire stream, I absolutely appreciate your presence. Your presence is a present. Where do you live at, G-Man? Lube the Sabot with silicone spray to help. Absolutely. Drive bands are wider than the size. True. What would happen if you put it in backwards and fired it? Absolutely nothing would happen negatively. It would just spit it out. I've tried that before. It's effectively the same thing as trying to put a round ball in. The round ball fits really good in those brass ones that I put out previously. But it was like, you know, the same type of an idea. Fatter on one side, put the spur. You've added surface area, maybe the rings layer shift. It could be layer shift. I agree with this. I agree with this. The ones with the bands are probably to the outside. I would please email me. Please email me if you do have the answer to this, because that's exactly what it is. Hell yeah, I might want to try getting a reamer to finish the board perfect dimensions like they do with castings. No. Let's talk about this. How do I do this? When I print out a sheet of Sabots, it makes like 300 at a time, and it makes them in about 8 hours. So in 8 hours, I get 300 of them out of it. And if it prints all 300 of those perfect, then I get all 300 in 8 hours with nothing else that needs to be done to them. When I pop the sheet off the 3D printer, it's just pop and then hit it with the vacuum. Hit it with the vacuum. They're all off the sheet. Pull them out of the vacuum container. Good to go. I just want to make sure that they're perfect when they come off the sheet so that I don't have to do any post-production finishing to them. That really defeats the purpose of the printing. Because it's like, you know, when you're doing them at this rate, it's like I turned my printer up to 200% this morning so I could get them done in like 4 to 6 hours, somewhere in that range. And I'm like, when you're doing them at this rate, you can afford to throw them away. I will gladly throw away miles of filament to get this right for you guys. Airgun Tactical in the house. What up, what up, what up? Sorry, I'm late to the party. My internet where I was at was crappy. I wonder if you're impacted by the cosmic storms that are impacting the rest of the country right now. All right, gentlemen. Thank you, boys, very much for joining me on this Sunday morning. Absolutely outstanding to have each and every single one of you in this Airgun Underground digital pub that we all have together. If you like this stream, give it a thumbs up. Want to see more content like this? Make sure you subscribe for more with that notifications button so you can stay current on the channel as well as when these streams come out. If you really like this video, make sure you share it so somebody else can see it. And I'll catch you boys in the next one. If you guys want to go ahead and get yourselves entered for free, go ahead and share the stream, like the stream, and in the comment section of this video, now that the chat is over, throw down shared. I'll catch you boys in the next one.